Assalamu alaikum. I'm a Muslim and I'm a vegan. I want to say about the topic will be about veganism and why I choose to be a vegan. My video it's not about to convince someone to be a vegan. Everyone has their own choice, and even like it doesn't matter how much you will watch the videos, how much you see on the internet about animal cruelty, and it will not change most of the people, unfortunately. And half of them, they still don't know how they get the milk, how they get their meat, and more. So as a Muslim, we practice Islam, and in Islam you have to be always kind to everyone, to people, to your surroundings, to animals, to all creatures of Allah. It's not like they don't teach us that you have to hate even enemies. So when it comes to animals, so the topic is about animals. When it comes to animals, most of people they say, oh, I just like my pizza, or I like my ice cream. But do you know how the milk comes? That in most farms they constantly make these poor cows pregnant. They are pregnant after 9 months, like a human. They take their babies to slaughter them, and the milk, they're just taking all the milk, which suppose for their babies, not for humans. Ancient time, back in the days, it was, they allowed to little babies to drink the milk, and they didn't, forcefully make them pregnant. It was natural, everything was organic. All the cows, all the chickens, they were in outside, they see the sun, they eat the grass. Nowadays they don't. Nowadays they're all of them in the small cage, very tight. They don't go to outside, they don't see sun. On top of that, do you know that the cow, they can grieve? It's like human. They have feelings, they have emotions. Imagine, like, there is a woman, she's pregnant, and the giants came and they take your baby, and they take your milk. And on top of that, after a couple months, maybe I don't know like how they do, but they make that woman pregnant again. And then again, it circles. Vicious cycle, which doesn't end. I know that Allah is in control in everything, but as a human beings, as a conscious human beings, we have heart, and we have to care our environment. We have to protect everything, all the creatures of Allah. Maybe some people has allergies, right? It's understandable. Some people has allergies and they don't like adopt cats or dogs, but you still have to, you can't just, when you see something, when someone is beating dogs or cats, you can just walk and just take video and for the views, but you have to bystand, you have to say something, you have to stop, or you have to teach. And yes, it could be dangerous. Do something, right? What you can, what's in your hand, to protect that creature, that animal. I don't like to call the animal as animal, but like animal who can speak, who can say that, hey, it's hurt for me. Whatever you're doing, it hurts. I can't, it's painful. They can't say that. They haven't voice. They speak in their own language, but that we don't understand. Most of people don't understand. But animals, they understand everything. Like, I have cat and she understands me very well. Like when you're feeding her, or when you say like, hey, let's go take a nap, and she knows that it's time to sleep. She goes and she finds your own corner. I call her a happy spot, and she goes to sleep. So that shows they are not dumb, they are smart. And I see around the world what's happening. It's more and more and more. It's like sometimes you think like, when it will stop? And on top of that, nowadays it's now kids are torturing animals, and they making video and laughing, and no one say nothing. And they say, oh, they are minors, they can't go to jail because they're kids. So I'm not saying like they have to put all of them to the prison, but like on the judgment day, inshallah, our creator, Allah, will ask everyone. Allah will look to our hearts. Allah will look to our actions. And the kids nowadays, they do very, very bad stuff. And if you do like research why they do like that, it's because their parents teaching them that's okay to kick or beat the animal, or the dog or cat. So they see that no one is teaching them. I am just thinking like, that's my assumption, and that's why they're acting like that. So in China, what happened? There was a dog, Wang. I'm sorry if I pronounced wrong. Wang. She's a homeless dog. She has 4 puppies. She's so cute. She's adorable. She minds her own business. She loves people. She's friendly. And there was a horrible, terrible murder. The kids, they killed the puppies. I do not recommend to watch the video because it's very, it's very hurtful. Like, it's very hurtful. And I was watching, there is in India, people have some celebration. They throwing the goats to the sky or something. This is the way that they sacrificing for their gods, something like that. The poor goats, they are terrified each time when they know that holiday is coming, and those idiots will throw them to the sky. After that, they kill them one by one in front of each goat's eyes. That goat see how other goat was killed. Do you understand what that animals feels? The fear, unknown fear. They're horrified. And I was looking a lot of videos where people just beating, killing, torturing, and all this meat, yeah? They say protein. I'm just trying to enlighten people. Most people don't know. that you can get protein as well from plants, like tofu, lentils, beans, almonds, peanuts. Of course, there was people will be say, "Oh, you don't know how many insects they kill to get that vegetables." It's also not correct, but at least it's proved that animals, they have that feelings they feel when they slaughtering them, when they're killing them, they feel that. But plants, they haven't that feeling. And we are what we eat. So when you consume 5 hours ago the meat which was experienced the fear, the horror, you eat that, and then you eat again and again and again, and then people like wondering why they have cancer, why they acting weird, like behaviors and everything else. I'm not saying everything comes from the meat, but as a spiritual person, when you're consuming the food which wasn't alive, it hasn't life energy. And after that person, it's how's that name, when you consume a lot, it affects on person's life. So back in the days, yes, wasn't all these veggies and fruits and everything else, but nowadays you have choice. You can choose, right? This life is choice. You can choose towards the animals. And so why I became a vegan. I was first vegetarian. I didn't eat red meat. I eat like chicken and fish. But then when I started to follow PETA organization, and when I saw what they do with animals, what they do with chicken, what they do with fish, when you see all this stuff, you can't. You say to yourself, I don't want to be a part of that system, to be a part of that, way, what they do with those creatures. And I don't want to consume that. So, how's that name? You need to understand, the veganism, it's not just trend line, it's a voice, it's a message for animals who can speak. And we are like, we choose and we're happy, and I feel good, alhamdulillah. Like, even I didn't eat meat, I didn't eat dairy products almost a year, because I was vegetarian, and I became a vegan a year ago, and inshallah I feel good, I feel light. Energy is different, the aura is different, the frequency is different. So think about that. And don't just record video when you see if someone is beating someone. Do something to protect either a person or either animal or its cat, anything else. But just recording, it doesn't help, it doesn't teach. So I hope my message, something it opened your eyes. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it will not, and maybe I know that a lot of people can maybe write a lot of bad stuff, but I will say what I will say, because I think I should say something. Maybe other Muslims will see my video and they will also will have some compassion, some love. I'm not saying that all of them, all the people are bad. No, there is good people and there is bad people. But as I was, like I said before, as a human being, you have to act like a human. Yes, we do mistakes. We're not perfect. But at least try to do something better. Something better for this world, for the nature, for the environment, for animals. Something better. Maybe small act, small thing can change the world. They say the world will not change until you don't change yourself. It's change within yourself. So let's change the world, our planet that Allah gave to us, beautiful planet. Let's change it. Let's do some good stuff every day. Maybe one good one good deed per day. You can do 5. It's up to you. You choose the amount. Let's spread the positive. Let's spread the positive towards animals, towards birds, towards plants, towards insects, towards our environments, towards our lakes, everything that's alive, maybe even not alive, right? So, and check out my food Instagram, where you can see where you can get all the protein, all the vegan recipes, what I eat as a vegan person, even sweets. So check out, please. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you heard my voice. One of thousands of vegan people. Thank you.